Welcome to my class. I am Pamela Jasmine. Today I am going to teach a poem, The Heart of the Tree, written by Cuyler Bunner. The poet begins the poem by asking a question to the readers. He expects the readers to find an answer, but he himself gives the answer. In this poem, he describes the importance of planting a tree, and he describes the benefits of a tree. Let's start the poem. What does he plant who plants a tree? He plants a friend of sun and sky. The poet is asking, what does the person who plants a tree really does? He plants a friend of sun and sky. By planting a tree, he plants a friend of the sun and sky, because one day this tree will grow so tall and it appears like as if it reaches the sky. And how does it become the friend of the sun? Because for photosynthesis, all the trees, all the plants need sunlight and heat. So in that way, it depends the sun and becomes a friend of the sun. And then the friend of the sky. How does a plant become a friend of the sky? Because the plant absorbs all the carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and releases oxygen. In that way, it purifies the air. So a tree is the friend of the sky also. And he plants the flag of breezes free, the shaft of beauty towering high. Like a flag flutters in the breeze, the leaves of the tree flutter in the breeze and provides cool and cozy breeze to all the human beings, to all of us. And the shaft of beauty towering high. The tree is considered as a beam of beauty, a shaft of beauty towering high. It grows very tall like a tower. He plants a home to heaven and I, and by planting a tree, the planter of the tree provides a home near the heaven for song and mother corn of bird. So trees become a home for the birds near the heaven, because the trees grow very tall. For song and mother croon of bird in hushed and happy twilight heard. So the mother bird sits on a tree and sings in twilight in a very calm and cozy voice. And it would be the song for its young ones. So the mother bird sits on a tree and sings in a very gentle, very calm voice for its young ones, its baby birds. The treble of heaven's harmony, these things he plants who plants a tree. So the bird's high-pitched tone, the treble of heaven's harmony. So the bird's high-pitched song will be harmonized with the nature's music. So the bird's high-pitched tone add to the pleasant harmony of the nature or of the heavens, of the universe. These things he plants who plants a tree. These are the things he is planting, he is creating by planting a tree. Again the poet is asking, what does he plant who plants a tree? He plants cool shade and tender rain. So again he is asking, what does he plant who plants a tree? He plants cool shade and tender rain. So by planting trees, he provides very good shade and cool shade and tender rain. So there is trees provide a shade and cool atmosphere, and same way it provides rain, because by transpiration. What is transpiration? Release of water vapor from the leaves of the trees. That provides clouds, that adds to the sky, and it gives cloud, and that clouds provide rain. So, and he plants cool shade and tender rain, and seed and bud of days to be, and years that fade and flush again. And by planting a tree, see here, the planter is providing shade and rain, because these trees provide cool shade and rain. And seeds and bud of days to be, and from these trees the future generation will get seeds and buds of days to be. Buds of days to be means future generation. So these trees would provide seeds for the next generation, for the future generations. And years that fade and flush again. After many years, these trees will wither. These trees will dry. But there are seeds from these trees. These seeds will provide another trees, and it will create a very big forest. So he plants the glory of the plain. He plants the forest heritage. So after many years, these tree seeds will make a very big forest from the seeds, and a forest will be formed. And the forest, since forests are the natural heritage of humans for all the living beings, these trees are the providers of the natural heritage. And so the planter of the tree is responsible for creating a natural heritage for the future generation. So this is symbolic of birth, death and regeneration. So planting a tree, and these trees provide seeds for the future generation, and then these seeds will grow into new trees, and forests will be created. So the harvest of coming age, the joy that unborn eyes shall see, these things he plants who plants a tree. So and years that fade and flush again, he plants the glory of the plain, he plants the forest heritage. So after so many years, these trees will wither, but there are seeds. These seeds will provide young plants, and that plants will grow and create a very big forest. Like that, we are getting our natural heritage. He plants the forest heritage, the harvest of a coming age. So it will be the harvest of a coming age. The future generation will get the fruit of this present planting of trees. The joy and that unborn eyes shall see, these things he plants who plants a tree. So the unborn eyes shall see the beauty of these trees, because future generation will get the harvest of the present trees which are planted by someone. The future generation will enjoy the harvest of the trees. These things he plants who plants a tree. These are the benefits of planting a tree. Trees. What does he plant who plants a tree? He plants in sap and leaf and wood. Again, the poet is asking, what does he really do by planting a tree? He plants in sap and leaf and wood. He plants sap and leaf and wood. He plants, by planting a tree, he provides food, because trees provide us food and shelter. Who plants trees by planting a tree, the planter is providing food and shelter for the entire universe. So sap and leaf and wood. So sap means he's providing us food. By leaves are providers of water vapor, and by photosynthesis it gives us out oxygen, and wood. From wood, by wood we can make our shelter. In love of home and loyalty and far-cast thought of civic good. So he is very sincere. He loves his family and his society and the entire universe. That's why he is planting a tree. And forecast thought of civic good. He has the foresight for the good of the future generation. He wants good for the future generation. He has a foresight for the good of the future generation. His blessing on the neighborhood who in the hollow of his hand. He is providing, by planting a tree, he is providing blessings for his neighborhood, for his own family and for the neighborhood. And he is considered as like God, because here capital H is used. His blessings on the neighborhood who in the hollow of his hand. His, here H is written in capital. So he is considered like God, because he is doing such good for the entire humanity. His blessings on the neighborhood who in the hollow of his hand holds all the growth of all our land, a nation's growth from sea to sea. So by planting a tree, he wants or he is providing blessings for his home, his neighborhood and the entire universe and all our land, a nation's growth from sea to sea. So he is responsible for the growth of the nation, for the growth of the entire universe by planting trees. Such good deeds are done by planting trees. And a nation's growth from sea to sea stirs in his heart who plants a tree. So from his heart he is doing good to the entire living beings, because it is good for the entire universe. So that is what the poet is describing. By planting a tree, the planter is doing a godly action, a godly deed, because he is providing food, shelter and good air for the future generation and the present generation. Now let's discuss the poetic devices. Themes. The main theme of this poem is the importance of trees for our survival. Trees cool the atmosphere and provide gentle rain. And trees purify the air by absorbing carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen. Thus, trees provide us with pure oxygen or air to breathe. And trees provide all the important nutrients for our body, and it provides wood for making shelter for us. So trees are very important for the survival of human beings as well as all the living beings. Second theme, concern for the future of the earth. So the survival of all the living beings depends on the plants. Plants provide us with air, food, shelter, clothes, everything. So if we destroy forests, it would affect the future generation. So here the poet writes, he plants the forest heritage, the harvest of a coming age, the joy that unborn eyes shall see. Because if we plant a tree today, that would benefit the future generation. Its fruits can be beneficial for the future generation. So that is the next or the second theme of this poem. Appropriateness of title. The Heart of the Tree is a very suitable title for this poem. Heart is the most important organ in our body. Heart pumps nutrients, oxygen and all the important minerals to all the parts of our body. Heart maintains our life. Without heart's working, we will die. Like that, plant maintain our life on this earth, because plants provide us with oxygen and food, shelter and whatever is required for all the living beings. So the title is very suitable, or the title is very appropriate for this poem. Form and structure. So this poem is in the pattern of a question and answer. So each stanza begins with a question. What does he plant who plants a tree? Then the poet describes the importance of planting a tree. So this technique is called hypophora. So the technique used, literary technique used is hypophora. Then rhyming scheme. There is not a regular rhyme scheme in this poem, but so many rhyming words are used like tree, free, sky, high, rain, again, heritage, age, wood, good, etc. So like that there are rhyming words, but there is not a perfect rhyme scheme. Figure of speech. Metonymy is the main figure of speech used in this poem. Metonymy is a figure of speech in which a thing or concept is called not by its name but by a metonym. Here so many phrases are used to describe a tree. So tree is considered as a friend of the sun and sky, forest heritage, sap and leaf and wood, and tender rain, cool shade, etc. So these are the metonyms used for trees. So the main figure of speech used in this poem is metonym. Alliteration. It is the repetition of consonants at the beginning of adjacent words or closely connected words. Here we can see, he plants a friend of sun and sky. S is repeated, sun and sky. And he plants the flag of breezes free. Flag, free. So F is repeated. He plants a home to heaven and I. Home and heaven, H. So like that consonant sound is repeated. That's alliteration. That's all. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching. God bless.